Coach Helen for You Fit Studio. We are looking at the subject of whether your goals are small enough. Now, this one's always going to roll around, I think. Roll around. I like to do a what, how, and why as starting structure for anything like this. So I go through what happens, generally speaking, when people start on a weight loss journey, where it starts to change, we'll say, without giving too much away, where things start to change, and how to deal with it, and where you can go with it afterwards, essentially. So I will say this, it's what I see is, and it's very typical, it's very much I've put it as in my notes as go hard or go home, and clients tend to, certainly if they have got a time limit on the scale at which they're going to be their first goal, say for example it's like a 6 weeks or 8 week goal, tend to go hard or go home. And by that I mean they lose a lot of weight, right? And they lose a lot of weight by doing everything because it's so excitable. It's like I don't judge this, by the way. I think it's fantastic. I love this. You know, when clients like, you mean I could lose weight by doing things? And then they do everything, like everything at the same time. It's like the epitome of spinning plates, like on sticks, going ha ha ha. I'm doing 13 things at once, and for every one thing I'm losing a pound. Look at me, I can lose more, I can do more, lose more, I can do it all. And I'm not talking about being, when I'm saying perfect here, I'm saying this is not in relation to that. It's just literally the excitement about the process, or being in the process, or learning new things, and it all working. They're like sponges. I don't know what that was. I think sponges. They want to do everything all at the same time because they know that all of it gives them a result, and to do more of it is to get more of a result, as in more of a weight loss, and rightly so, they do. So the first chapter is usually oh yeah, I scored a big weight loss, and it's amazing, right? It's fantastic to see somebody take to it, and then something happens, right? And whether this is actually, you can even say this is even when you haven't start out in the first 12 months, this always happens. Consistency drops off. Now, it's either because there's lots of things. Also, the consistency drops off, or the results drop off because consistency's dropped off. There's like all the huge amount of stuff that's being balanced isn't successful. And usually, say you've got a client who's gone real hard. Say they've lost a stone over 6-8 weeks, right? And then the next goal always is kind of like, I want to lose another stone in the next month. Yeah, I've just done it with all the things. I could do it again. I just did it. Easy. Another big goal. I just proved I didn't even think I could ever do that. That's amazing. Just do it again. What I do is hit replay and I go again, right? I just want again, do it all. And then suddenly the result doesn't happen, and they're really confused. They're like, I don't understand it. Like, Helen, what's going on? Like, I'm doing everything. I'm doing everything I can, and I'm just not losing weight. What's happening? Like, I'm doing everything. I'm sponging everything. I don't know what it is. I'm sponging everything, and I'm not getting a result. What's happening? And what starts to happen is, I'm going to use the word, even though I don't believe in it. Motivation drops off. Consistency really is what it is, right? So consistency's dropped off, all right? The shine's been lost. More than that, because they're not getting a result, it's even less of a draw, right? So they want to do it even less. Essentially, they're getting to a point where rather than just using, they might start to just do small amount of weights, so what they were doing before. But that's disheartening, because they've gone, right, I'm going to lose another stone, and I've only lost a pound. I've only lost a pound. I don't understand, right? It's not funny, actually. That's what happens, right? I don't understand. I've only lost a pound, and a lot of it is managing that expectation of what is actually meant to happen on a journey, and also starting to really talk to them about how to set a goal that's realistic to actually how full-time life and are actually doing weight loss as a longer term thing is actually better for them. Because the reality is actually what happens is with most of us, we should know this, I've covered this before, life gets not in the way, but for a 4 or 6 week period, something go, life can park its arse out back because I'm busy losing weight. I'm busy getting my health on. And the kids, I don't care. I don't care if they need to go to karate or if they're asking them to tennis club. The dad can take care of that because I've told him he can do that for the next 6 weeks because I ain't getting involved. And maybe after 6 weeks, the hubby wants to go play golf or, see a bird or do something else himself and say, I can't take him, you got to take him. That messes up my plan, right? That's an example of it. It actually happens with most elements of people's lives. Something will happen. Work be damned. I am not going to any meetings outside of normal hours for the next 6 weeks because I have this monumental goal to get to. So work can just park its bum also. And then the boss is like, yo, you haven't done a report. It's due tomorrow. Oh. See how it happens. And now this goal, this another stone, just gets further and further away, and that's where people get disheartened. I think more than demotivated is probably a true description. They start to think, right? So they start to think, I'm not good at this. There's something wrong with me. There's something not working. I got it to work before and now it's not, so I'm doing something wrong. What do I always say? Thoughts lead to. So thoughts lead to emotions. So then the emotion is, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to lose weight. I'm not working hard enough. There's something wrong emotionally, right? So the thought of, I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough, right, turns into emotion of what, disappointment? What other emotions? Maybe frustration, anger. And then what's the behaviour or the action? As I say, always thoughts, emotions, behaviours. Eating, comfort eating, potentially. Rebelling against training, seen that as well. So actually what's happened is that someone set themselves too high a goal or expectation in their head. So it kind of goes into a cycle because then it's like, well, I don't understand, I'm so frustrated, I could do this, why can't I do this again? So let's talk about how I should say why this happens. This happens because the expectation around about life and around about setting realistic goals isn't there. Like, I'm all for optimistic. I never want to pee on someone's parade. You know that. I'm an optimistic bunny. The thing is though, I'm always going to say and have a chat and say, okay, how is real life right now though? Like, can you do this again realistically, or is it kind of like we're thinking this is going to be long term now? So let's think long term. Now, it happens because yes, the goal is too high. It happens because yes, the client's expectation is maybe a bit too high, and maybe just putting too much pressure on themselves, and also expecting things to always go the way they want when they park stuff for so long. And someone else always wants to get in the way, right? It's always work, children, husband, wife, someone, right? It just happens, right? So how then to resolve it? It's no quick win, sorry to say. A lot of it is based on there's different ways of looking at it. I always like to do it one or two ways. Either it's got to be more realistic, because if someone says to me, oh, this is going to include maths now, I shouldn't have said it actually, damn, someone else can do the maths on this, I'll just say it's a lot. I always said this to a lot of clients recently because they say, Helen, I don't understand, I only lost £1 this week. Oh, okay, it's 52 weeks in a year though. What if you lost £1 a week? I know, but I said I lost a stone last month. I mean, I should have lost £3 or £4, or at least £2 or £3 this week. I'm like, okay, all right. Let me ask this question again though. I've lost £1 a week for 52 weeks of the year, or then maybe why do I do this to myself? £1 every 2 weeks. Someone get a calculator. That's still a lot of weight. I'm like this. I don't have enough fingers or toes, hopefully, to count to that. So it's still a lot of weight. So it's either actually saying to a client, okay, so now let's get real about how many things you can manage. How many things are you actually managing? All right, let's get down and dirty in it. Let's get the nitty gritty. I love a bit of nitty gritty. What are you actually doing right now? Right? what are the actual actions that you still have managed to maintain with the husband going to golf on a Wednesday and your boss saying to do the report? What is actually manageable for you right now? Because then I can say, right, what's manageable is maybe 200 to 300 grams a week, maybe a pound over 2 weeks, right? Two pounds over a month. Someone goes, yeah, write this down. I'm like, okay, but this isn't for just 4 weeks. This is for life. So think about a realistic goal that's on the smaller. So a smaller goal, like a little tiny goal, is a little bit more manageable from an expectation point of view, and less likely to send someone crazy. Secondly, I like to do this one, to make the goal about something other than a number. I love that. It's so much easier. So if someone's like, I have to do physio every day. I have to do physio. I have to do it every day. I also have to do 60 squats today. I have to, see on my language, I have to do it. I must do it. I need to do it. My goals are non-number based, even though I do actually have a number that I want to come down anyway, hence why I'm doing squat challenge, right? So I still need to look after myself. For me now, I'm going to create a habit for myself, and I'll work with clients to find a habit for themselves that they want to do every day. I mean, I want to do squats every day. I've got 60 to do today, and then I've got a day off, and then I've got 125. Eek. What day is that? Friday. Oh, yay. Is it? No, it's Thursday. Oh, that's even worse. I've got 125 squats to do on Thursday. You might not see, I won't be moving very far on the chair on Thursday by the time I've done that. Either way though, I'm going to create a habit or a behaviour for myself and for clients, and as I said, find a behaviour for a client on a daily basis that they enjoy doing that gives them a byproduct of losing weight. If you are clients with us, you'll know what they are. The thing is that actually take the pressure off yourself and say, okay, let's just remember when you were losing. Okay, you were parking the whole of your life when you had a massive goal, got that. Now we're being realistic about the goal actually is. Now let's get into the nitty gritty and go, okay, what is it from a habitual point of view you can do? I will make it, right, for a client, the smallest, itty bitty thing. Itty bitty living space, right? If you know, you know. Because, why? Because if I can make something very, very small, I'll share one physio is. My physio is a band at the bottom of the stairs. I literally just got to do 12 reps as I walk to the bottom of the stairs. I've made that as accessible as I physically can because it's there every time I walk through my hallway. I mean, it's just there, right? I've made it as easy, as small as I possibly can to make it more accessible to me. And that means I get to do my physio every single day, which is pretty impressive. I'm pretty impressed myself. I don't think I've ever done anything so consistent for a long time. Because it's so small, I've made it visible, I've made it fit into my life, I made it visible, I made it literally about a minute long, if that. And it's no different to any of us. We need something that's accessible, small, easily fit into our lives. And what does that do? Creates consistency. Some of you have been doing my physio every single day for the last 30 minutes. Hey, it actually worked. Hello. I just moved you all on Facebook 2 inches to the right, which means you get to see more of his shelf. That is tidy, Kate. I'll just do this and bring it back so you don't see too much without losing the internet. See, that was good. I just moved 2 inches towards the internet and it works. Technology hasn't got that far. Do you remember when you used to have, I've literally lost everybody on Facebook. I'm back, people. That's a shame. Oh, heavens to that's good. What the point I was going to make is, before we lost half you all, shove this way, two devices. Yay, we're back again. I'm going to have to wrap this up before I take you and sit you on top of the router. So the point I was going to make, if I said to somebody I've done physio every single day, they'd say, wow, she's motivated. And I'm like, nah. I mean, it's okay doing physio, it's not particularly taxing. I'm not motivated to do it. I mean, I am, I guess. Why? Because I can say to myself, I'm consistent. So I will do it every single day. So it becomes, this is the secret when people go, I've talked about this and I'm like, oh, she's so motivated. No, I just made it really small, really easy, really manageable. And the outcome for me is that eventually I'll be able to do something with my shoulder that doesn't drop off. That'd be nice. That would be good. That doesn't include pain in my neck. also great. Now, my outcome of making space in my day means I'll have a lot of joy later in my life when I can climb a wall. That will be fun. It's no different to somebody with a weight loss or health goal to say, right, if I choose to drink a cup of water instead of eating as soon as I'm hungry every day, there is a small and manageable behaviour, because if I fill up a bottle of water in the morning, it's accessible, it's easy, and the outcome of taking the time to do a 2-second habit every day will long term allow me to be in a healthier and with a lower weight. The thing is, that the small things go out the window when we go hard and go home. Also done it under the light. So that's why smaller goals or smaller habits or whatever you want to do it are more realistic in a lot of life. We just want everything, don't we, so fast and so quick. And having small goals is what I mean when I say, when posing the question, are your goals small enough? Are they small enough for you to actually manage on a daily basis? Are they I should have done this. I should have done my physio, I should have done my meditation, I should have gone for my walk. Or is it because it's like, well, I've set myself a target 25,000 steps a day when I have half an hour? Or is it I've set myself a goal of losing £2 a week because I did that before, and reality is that's not real. I can't do that right now because of everything else. And the thing is, a lot of you watching will know and understand and appreciate when I'm talking about the kind of clients we see do this. His example is always someone who does a challenge and then becomes a long-term member. Always been a client with us before and done a challenge elsewhere and becomes a member. There's such a big difference between setting a goal where they remember they're so capable of doing everything because they parked everything in the back seat and create a large goal, whereas a smaller goal, again, is more consistent and more manageable. So, recap. Hoping we keep everybody there. Daksha, hi. You're just in time for the recap, Daksha. It's all right. It's like the clip notes. So are your goals small enough? Right? We all love a go hard or go home, Rambo style starting, start line, sprint start, go off on the pistol, right? Do everything as, I don't know why I did the thing. Actually, don't worry, I didn't miss much of me being a sponge, apparently. We want to do everything all at the same time because all of it works. So the more we do, the more weight loss we get. So we do it all. Oh God, we love it. We try and do everything that we can all the time because we know that every single habit gives us a loss. So we do it all. And then, then suddenly it just all comes to an abrupt halt after the first stage. You're like, well, what's gone wrong? I lost a stone in a day or a month, right? I lost a stone in a month or 6 weeks, and now why is it only 50 grams a week? Why am I only 200 grams a week? Why is it not even a pound? I want at least 2-3 pounds a week. Why? Because the goal's too big. Yes, predominantly because, you know, hubby stopped looking after the kids every Wednesday night for you. Your boss has said, no, these reports got to be done. You've been dodging me for some time. Now I'm asking you to take a career step up and time is limited. All the things start to happen, right? So rather than going, like, still going hard, as what I'm saying about is you make smaller goals that are more realistic, right? So either it's a number that's more realistic to life, actually, the smaller the better. Why do you want smaller better as well? Because if you hit it, actually the reward system is a lot better, right? You're like, oh, I did it. It's a smaller thing, right? That you can do every day that carries you forward to an outcome. So either it's a smaller goal in terms of numbers, or it's a smaller behavioural habit that you can do that then leads to consistency, right? That then leads to the impression and motivation. I used myself as an example. I said, okay, if I'm doing physio every day, I'll make it as easy as physically possible because the band's at the bottom of the stairs 24/7 at this house and the other house, so I never not see it in any place I'm at throughout the entire week. So it reminds me to do it, and I make it an easy exercise to do, so it takes me less than a minute. And I've done physio every day for the last 3 weeks. Now someone will go to me, wow, you're motivated to do physio. No, I've just done it every day because they've made it easy, and it's no different. Well, I'm using an example. It's no different for a client who can have water in front of them every day and sip it because they've bought a nice fancy bottle, or have one of our lovely UFit bottles. Obviously that helps because it's so swanky. Anything else though, like ensuring your kit's out, your trainers are in front of you, small things. Get my kit on every morning to remind myself to do a workout. What does that lead to? Consistently doing something every day that works towards your smaller goal. What does that lead to? An outcome where you do actually get moved towards your goal. You're just moving in smaller steps or increments. Like that word, increments. Underused. And that is why smaller goals are better most of the time. Tomorrow, oh, this was a corker. I've got a couple of good ones actually. I've not done the day after tomorrow yet because I've got to plan that one. But tomorrow's is must, not should. Must and not should. I love this one. And then we've got some sabotaging coming up later in the week. That'll be also quite fun. Tomorrow though, we've got must, not should. So join me for that one at 5 o'clock and have a lovely evening now the sun's out today, wherever you've got planned. Ciao.